This talk is about the impact of abnormal weather on the business in general. And in particular, we're interested in looking at the impact of abnormal weather on sales of not just any ordinary type of products, but mostly sales of fast-moving consumer goods. And the paper I'm talking about today is the measure and the influence of abnormal weather on the sales of apparel in France. So we did a study trying to understand how the influence of the weather effectively affects the buying habits of consumers in general. And the sector of the apparel in France in particular is a very interesting one because consumers are apparently very effectively very impacted by the abnormal weather. So what do we understand by abnormal weather? And so we tried to see if there were some patterns in the way that the weather and of course its variance affected the sales. So we looked at different types of weather variables. For example, the fact that a day could be sunny or cloudy, or that it could effectively be raining, or that the temperature could be high or low. And what we saw is that contrary to what most people had been noticing and measuring before what we did, is that we are not interested in the fact that when it is summer and it's hot, people will be buying t-shirts. We're looking at the difference between a cloudy day in summer and t-shirt sales. And we effectively noticed that when it is raining or when it is cold, so when we have a cold summer, for example, t-shirt sales will be affected. But the fact is, how much are they being affected? And what we did was measure for different types of garments and for different type of sales channels. So for example, supermarkets, hypermarkets, online sales, etc. We did by season measure the effect of bad or good weather, abnormal weather on the sales of these articles. And it was relevant that we found very significant influence of the weather in spring and in autumn. So if, for example, the temperature is abnormally high in spring, sales will go up. And for example, children's garments will be increased by 3% for every degree higher than normal temperatures. And in autumn, it's the reverse. If the temperature is too high, sales are not going to be as high as expected. They're going to be lower than normal sales. Thank you very much for watching.